Yo, what is going on, you degenerates? Today we got the UFC breakdown coming a little earlier in the week this week. Trying to do this to be a little bit ahead of the game, take a little step ahead, Because I usually upload these like Thursday or Friday, then there's not really a chance for people to get the value. It doesn't even get any fucking views because everyone already knows what they're betting by then. So hopefully, I can get this early to you. You can get in some value, get in on some underdogs while they're still underdogs. I'm going to give you guys some of the VIP plays that I already have posted, give you some ideas of where my other money is going to be going throughout the week. Yeah, if you want to join the VIP, it's only $1 a day. And we have a 50% off code right now. Use code Jaden Reed, all caps on the winnable. 50% off, 50 cents a day. It's ridiculous, man. Got the Jordan Love jersey on right now. Had to represent with Jaden Reed on the 50% off. Guys been winning me some money. Let's get right into the UFC breakdown. First fight of the night here, we got Robelis Despain taking on Austin Lane. Now this fight should be very clear cut. It should be Robelis Despain by round 1 knockout. However, as we learned in his last fight against Waldo Cortez Acosta, Robelis Despain doesn't have any get-up capability from the ground. Taekwondo champion, 6'8", he's huge. It's hard to get up. He doesn't understand how to use your legs when you're grappling to get up, to push your opponent away. He was just trying to hip bump the whole time. It didn't do anything. He didn't use his legs, didn't even use his arms. Waldo looked like a D1 wrestler out there, and that's just not who Waldo is. So, with Austin Lane in his last fight against Jonata Deniz, who I think is absolutely fucking terrible, Austin Lane ran forward. He got that takedown in the first round. Kind of beat him up a little bit in the first round. However, the second round, he didn't get the takedown. He got knocked out because his chin's clapped. This guy's chin is gone, like absolutely gone. If Robelis Despain touches this guy, he's probably going down, probably going out. But I do think this fight extends into the second round. My official pick, give me Robelis Despain by second round knockout. I think Austin Lane's going to put on a real good first round, and then he's going to gas like he always does. It's going to be a repeat of last fight. I think they are very comparable in just kind of what's going to happen. I don't really know what I'm trying to go for there. But yeah, that one's simple. Robelis Despain, minus 400 favorite. Please, for the love of fucking Christ, do not play that. I might have a little money on Austin Lane, just a little flyer or something. Austin Lane by submission, maybe. But that's all I got for that one. Next fight, we have 3 women's fights in a row. I'm going to keep these as short as I can because I don't care. You don't care. We got some unranked women's strawweights, more unranked women's strawweights, and then some, I think, barely ranked women's fucking bantamweights. Probably not even ranked. It says 17. I'm stupid, whatever. We got Elise Ardoline and Melissa Martinez. Now, Melissa Martinez is taking this on short notice. It was supposed to be Rayani Amanda, and I think she's terrible too. I think all 3 is a little trash trifecta here. But the pick is going to be Elise Ardoline. I thought she won her last fight against Shauna Bannon. She is sloppy as hell, not a good striker, but she always moves forward. Kind of got that Vanessa Demopoulos mentality. She's always pushing forward, always doing something. She liked to be on top. When she got on top of Shauna Bannon, it looked like it was her realm. She didn't really let Shauna get anything going. And Melissa Martinez, from what I have seen in her regional tape, which I didn't put too much stock into because it's women's regional tape, when she's on her back, she doesn't really get up. I think that Elise Ardoline here can do a lot with her wrestling and her grappling. I think this fight's gonna suck to watch. Get your food, get your popcorn, get whatever you want for like the main card because this fight's gonna stink. Give me Elise Ardoline, however the fuck you say her name. I said it 5 different ways. Give me her bet. Next fight up, we got Jessica Penne and Elise Reed. Now this one is also a little interesting here because Elise Reed is trash, and so is Jessica Penne. Crazy. Unranked strawweights are fucking terrible. That was 2 years ago. I forgot to mention Melissa Martinez coming off like a 2-year layoff. I can't pick you as the favorite coming 2 years off against a chick that I thought won her last fight, which was a couple months ago. That's just my 2 cents there, but I think Elise Reed's going to do this in a similar fashion. I mean, Jessica Penne in her last fight against Tabitha Ricci didn't look good. She's tough. She's not going to quit on herself, but I just didn't see a woman who wanted to be in the cage. I think she could be doing it for money. I think Elise Reed can just keep her distance on the feet. If it gets into the clinch, I think she can lay on Jessica Penne. I don't think Penne is going to throw up a sub, a Hail Mary, and I think it should be Elise Reed all day. By decision, of course. Another one, Tamaris Vidal looking like Cedric Dumas on the right side of my screen here. I'm going to keep this one even shorter. Jocelyn Edwards is going to Russell fuck her. Jocelyn Edwards is someone that loves to wrestle but can also be counter-wrestled, as we've seen in a couple of her last fights, like against Eileen Perez. However, I don't think Tamaris Vidal has the ability to counter-wrestle at a level like that. and I think Jocelyn Edwards is going to lay on her for 15 minutes. Give me Jocelyn Edwards by decision. Next fight here, we get start to get a little interesting. Brad Katona taking on Gene Matsumoto. Now, I'm going with Gene Matsumoto on this one. He's a pretty big favorite. I'm hoping he can get this done inside the distance. I know Brad Katona is a tough customer. Brad Katona is never going to make it an easy fight for you. He's going to work this whole fight. I think this fight's going 15 hard, and I think Brad Katona is going to be there for all 15. However, I am going to edge Gene Matsumoto. I think he can deal with the Brad Katona rustling pressure, same way he dealt with the Dan Argueta pressure. He got taken down 6, 7, 8 times in that like 1.5 rounds, and then he found the submission. It doesn't matter what you do to this guy, he's not going to stop hunting for that. I think he's live to sub Brad Katona. I understand, like I said, Brad Katona's super tough. He's not going to quit. He's going to be here for 15 minutes, okay? However, I do love the inside the distance decision no action prop for Gene Matsumoto. It's like minus 300, but you can put your fucking account on that. If Brad Katona finishes this guy, holy man, get out of the UFC. You don't deserve to be undefeated. I think he's live to possibly find a submission here. So I put quite a bit on that little VIP action there, but I think Brad Katona is going to be tough. He's going to be in this, but I do lean Gene Matsumoto. I don't know if I agree with that minus 250 money line. I think if it goes to the cards, it's going to be a very close fight. Give me the Brad Katona plus 3.5 as well. If you don't like that inside the distance, you don't think they're getting a finish at all, give me that Brad Katona plus 3.5 points. Next fight here, we got Matheus Nicolau taking on Asu Almabayev. And now, I do think this fight is very interesting. I think there is a chance Nicolau can do something here. However, I think that Asu Almabayev is the real deal. I think that this guy is very fucking good. Based on the limited opposition he's fought, he hasn't really fought anyone that great yet, so we can't say that for certain. But I think he's live to knock out Nicolau. I know he's a Russell first guy, lay on you for 15. Nicolau's chin is so clapped, and he has historically great takedown defense in the division. It's hard for this guy to be taken down. He makes questionable decisions on the feet, like not rustling Alex Perez. What the fuck are you doing, man? Whatever. I think Nicolau's chin is gone. He makes questionable decisions. I think Asu can get some takedowns early. I think he gets 1 to 2 takedowns early, and then that opens up the hands, and we see Asu get a round 2 or round 3 knockout. That's my bold pick, plus 1,000 prop. A little sprinkle on that. But yeah, give me Asu Almabayev on the money line. It feels like we're getting a discount, but I do understand that Nicolau is tough. I do understand that if he can stuff the takedowns and he's competent on the feet, this fight could go to the decision, and it could be a Nicolau decision. If Asu's just shooting at nothing the whole fight and he's getting stuffed, you got to be careful for that, but I do lean Asu. I think he can get a couple takedowns, a lot of control here, and I think he's live to win this fight by decision or knockout. Next up, we got 2 old men going at it, Darren Elkins and Daniel Pineda. Daniel Pineda's last fight, he took on Nathaniel Wood, and man, that was a hard fight to watch. I had a bunch of people, one of my plays was Nathaniel Wood by decision. I had so many people telling me he was going to finish Pineda, and I'm fighting my ass off the whole week, pushing back against everyone. Nathaniel Wood is not finishing anyone. Nathaniel Wood is not good. I'm trying to tell you guys this. He's not finishing anyone. He's not that good. So we hit that. Of course we hit that because we're elite in the gambling perspective. Then we got Darren Elkins here. Now, Darren Elkins just loves getting hit. Obviously, that picture right there doesn't have his tattoo across his chest. You guys know which one I'm talking about. But Daniel Pineda can probably light him up on the feet. However, I do lean Darren Elkins in this fight. I think he can wrestle. I think he can wrestle heavy, wrestle often. I can push him against the cage, keep that back against the cage for a lot of this fight. And I can see Darren Elkins squeaking this out on the cards. In a pick'em fight where I think it is really pick'em, give me those slight plus money there. I do have a little action on Darren Elkins. Now we got Sumaderji taking on Charles Johnson. And obviously everything in the world is pointing to Charles Johnson. I'm just wondering why he isn't a bigger favorite. I understand Sumaderji, super young, relatively young. Sorry, not super young, relatively young. He's established. He went to hell and back against Matt Schnell. And I would like to point out, in all 3 of his UFC losses, he has been submitted. Something to look for, that Charles Johnson by sub prop. It's a pretty terrible price. It's like plus 370. Might throw a little bit on that, but more than likely what's live is Charles Johnson by decision. We called Charles Johnson round 3 knockout against Josh Van at the plus 3,000 mark. Super proud of that call. Super proud of that read. I do my tape. I do my homework. I know what I'm talking about from time to time. And I think everything's pointing to Charles Johnson here. Give me Charles Johnson on the money line. I think it's playable at that 210 mark. When it starts getting around like 270, 275, around that mark, I probably wouldn't play it straight anymore. Maybe parlay it with one of the women's fight overs. However, I do love it in this spot, and I think he's live for a submission too. We got Kyler Phillips and Rob Font. Now, I really don't like Kyler Phillips, but he has an entertaining style, and I think he's got the style to beat Rob Font. I think he's going to beat up those legs. Rob Font, very good boxing, very crisp combinations. Kyler Phillips is just so creative, comes out of that MMA lab, striking with Sean O'Malley, all those guys over there. He's got some nice striking. He's very clean with it. I don't think he's going to put Rob Font out. Let's get that straight right now. Rob Font, historically durable. I mean, Cheeto couldn't fucking get this guy out of there. He was trying, man. He was really trying. Davison Figueiredo also couldn't get him out of there. And I do think that Rob Font is tough enough to just go 15 hard. I think Kyler Phillips is going to win this fight 29-28, maybe a 30-27. I think he's a young up-and-comer. Obviously, you see that, what is that, a 8-year age discrepancy? I can't do the math right now. And I think Kyler Phillips, I think this guy sadly is the truth. I don't know why I don't really like him. I don't know why I'm saying sadly. I just hate to see Rob Font go out like this. And I also think that if Rob Font's giving him troubles on the feet, as he does to a lot of people, Kyler Phillips isn't afraid to shoot a takedown. He's shot takedowns before. He's shot plenty of takedowns. Rob Font dominated in the grappling by Corey Sandhagen, dominated in the grappling by Davison Figueiredo. I mean, he doesn't have the capability to defend the takedowns, to stay on his feet, to keep it where he wants to keep it. And for that reason, give me Kyler Phillips by decision. Michel Pereira taking on Anthony Hernandez. I absolutely love this fight. I'm a big fan of Michel Pereira. Been a fan of Michel Pereira for a long time. Not too high on Anthony Hernandez. I understand his capabilities. I understand why he's the favorite here. He's on a very nice streak. But when you lose to Kevin Holland, I will never bet you again. That's one of my rules of betting. It works out, pays dividends, guys. If you've ever lost to Kevin Holland, especially if you've been finished by Kevin Holland, come on, man. You can't be getting finished like Kevin Holland. Give me Michel Pereira inside the distance. It's so hard to pick with Michel Pereira. Is he going to knock him out? Is he going to choke him out? Michel Pereira just uses brute strength to walk forward and do whatever the hell he wants. Now, if this fight extends into like rounds 3 or 4 and Michel Pereira's beating the shit out of him, I wouldn't be that surprised to see Anthony Hernandez like round 4, round 5 sub. He's got great cardio, but he leaves his body open, and Michel Pereira works the body. Nice kicks, body uppercuts, body hooks. Michel Pereira is always chasing the body shots. It's how he opens up the headshots where he puts people the fuck out. He got Ihor Potieria. He dropped him, backflipped on his fucking head. Maybe an illegal strike when he dropped his knee on his head off the backflip. I don't know. Whatever, man. They don't call it. It doesn't matter. Everyone gets one for free. And then he just strangles him. When he choked out Mikhail Olazejchuk, I understand it's Mikhail Olazejchuk, all right? Let's just get that straight. I understand. However, he didn't even have hooks in, and he got him in a rear naked choke. It wasn't like he was standing, he had control. He just fucking got behind him, locked in like a bulldog choke grip on his neck, and just held him there. And he couldn't do a single thing about it. Michel Pereira, this guy used to cut 45 pounds to make 170. That's why he was gassing out, dude. I think Michel Pereira has underrated cardio. He has overhated cardio, you could even say. Because he gassed out, fucking few years ago, 5 years ago, whatever. But guess what? He's better. He's in his physical prime, 31 years old. Fluffy Hernandez, the same age. I understand they're both in their primes. I just think Michel Pereira is the truth. I think Michel Pereira is going to put this guy down. I think he's going to be ripping the body shots, and I can see a TKO. But he does love that club and sub, so that's why I'm going inside the distance. Keep it straight. And I love this spot for Michel Pereira as the underdog. But yeah, that's what we got for these fight card. Tried to keep it super quick here. Might do an in-depth if I do any like prize picks, any underdog slips. I might give one out on YouTube for free. Otherwise, you want to hop in the Discord. We'll be giving out the slips in there. It's totally free to join the Discord. If you want to join the VIP, though, to get all the plays, $1 a day, 50 cents a day with the discount code, Jaden Reed, all caps. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, man.